Okay, we are recording.
All right.
Come on, anchors.
All right. So I'm here to teach you guys about the VCM. I like to start from the very top, like as if I just unpacked it from the box. Right here is your transit cartridge. Anytime you move the VCM, the transit cartridge should be in there. It keeps the motors at the end in place. Okay, so you never want to throw this away. So this is the VCM, stands for viscoelastic coagulation machine. What it does is it's going to give you the entire lifespan of a whole blood sample in 1 hour's time. So it's going to give you the clot time, the clot formation time, the alpha angle of the clot at 10 minutes, at 20 minutes, the maximum clot formation, and then the lyses of the clot at 30 and 45 minutes. Okay, so that's what's going to show up on, I'll just show you, on this side of the screen over here. And then on this side of the screen over here are going to be your parameters, numeric parameters. If they show up on this side of the screen is going to be the on this side of the screen is the numeric parameters of what your animal should be doing. In the middle is the numeric parameters of what your animal actually is doing. Okay? The VCM is a cartridge run test. Your cartridges are right here. They are stored at room temperature. Once you put a cartridge down on the plate, like yesterday I got here and I put this cartridge on the plate, I wrote 12/17. No matter what the expiration date here is, you know that your actual expiration date is 30 days from this date that you write down on the cartridge. Okay? We don't ever recommend that you take either of the, you don't turn these off at all. You just leave them on 24/7. Everything that I'm going to teach you right now is right here in this pamphlet, step-by-step instructions, very easy. But my business card is here. You can call, text, email. I'm always available. Okay?
Yep.
So these are the cartridges, and I'm just going to give you guys, actually, here you go. One for you. Oh, okay, there you go. So cartridges are kept at room temperature, and you know that your cartridges right there are room temperature because the dot in the middle is black. If it was ready for use, it would look like this.
Okay.
It's clear. So,
Show that just
Uh-huh.
up to this. So black, clear.
yes. It takes about 20 minutes for a cartridge to warm up once you set it on the plate.
Okay.
We recommend that you just keep 2 to 4 on the plate at all times, and then you're ready. You know,
So
your
your date goes on there when they go on the plate.
exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Room temperature, the expiration date is longer.
Exactly, yes, so your cartridges that you just got are good for like 4 or 5 months. So
Put
if,
them on the plate for a month.
30 days,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how to run a test. It's very, very simple. I'm gonna have you guys open up your cartridge because I always like everybody to get a good feel of the cartridge. It's nothing to be scared of, and that's what I was scared of when I first started. Alright, so when you are ready to run a test, you are gonna open up your cartridge packet. You're gonna take the plate, you're gonna set it back down onto the warming plate because your cartridge is gonna go back down, okay? The next thing that you do is, I always hold the cartridge like this, with the arrow up. I just find it's more convenient. So the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna open your little door on top, and you're gonna open your little door on top, and you're gonna make sure that this cup right here is secure. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pinch mine off you just pinch it off straight out, and then you just pinch it straight back on, right in the middle. And you can pinch it on and off as many times as you want, but what you're doing is you're just making sure that the cup is secure and is going to get the blood into the capillary. Okay? So we've made sure that that is proper. The next thing that you are going to do is you are going to remove each of these tabs one at a time, and you're just going to pull straight down on them. So I'm going to have each of you remove one of your tabs, because I'm going to save it for the 3 o'clock appointment as well, so that they can remove a tab. So you're just going to remove one of them, and it does take muscle. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you don't have one.
My word to God.
Here,
That's okay.
here, you can remove mine. Perfect. Okay. So normally, if we were running a test, we would remove both of them. Each of these tabs is worth 45 minutes of humidity ventilation up into the capillary, keeping the blood moist during the test. Okay? So basically, if you remove both of them, you have an hour and a half of humidity ventilation. Okay? At that point, you've removed both of the tabs. You're going to take your cartridge, you're going to set it back down on the plate. You're going to take your cover, you're going to cover it up just to keep it as sterile as possible. You're going to go to your animal. You're going to get a clean stick straight from the vein. No additives, no purple tops, no yellow, red, whatever. Whole blood only. The capillary right here takes 0.3 ml of blood, but if you put 0.8 ml of blood in here, only 0.3 will go in here. If you put 0.2 ml of blood, the machine's going to tell you not enough blood detected. So too much blood is better than too little blood.
So it won't get mad if there's too much.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. It'll just stay here in the cup. From the time that you draw your blood, come over here, put the blood in the cup, the blood goes straight into here, you open your door, you stick it in, you have 4 minutes.
Okay.
So 2 minutes is better than 4, because blood likes to coagulate. So like yesterday, you guys ran a test, it was like, you guys drew the blood, within 1 minute, the cartridge was straight in there, okay? But you do have 4 minutes, okay? So at that point, we have drawn our blood, we've come over here, our cartridge is on the plate, we take the needle off of our syringe, you just drop it straight into the cup, it will go straight into the capillary, the round circle. It'll be completely 100% full of blood. If it doesn't go straight in, just give it a quick tap like that and it goes straight in. Usually there might be a little air bubble there, okay? So at that point, your entire round circle right here is full of blood. You're going to remove your cup, you're going to close the top, and you're going to insert your cartridge into the VCM, arrow first. You're going to close the cartridge door, and you're going to press the start button. The start button is right here.
I was like, what's Dr. Brandt doing here? Damn it, this is the second time I forgot to cover this.
And I'm recording it.
So it's giving you options. You can do a patient test, a quality control test, or a system check cartridge. We are doing a patient test, so I'm going to press OK, and your test has started. Okay? Before you walk away, you're going to want to add your patient information. Right up here on the right-hand side is the notebook. I'm going to press the notebook, and it asks for the patient ID. I'm going to say that your patient is, you guys use numbers, so I'm just going to add random numbers. Okay. Operator ID, those are my initials. I'm going to go ahead and put my initials. Okay. If you have any additional notes, you can do that as well. All right, so I'm going to go back. So our test is running right at its point of care, so you can come and look at it at any point. it'll give you the percentage of, test in progress right here. And once it is finished, it's not going to tell you it's done, nothing like that. You just can see right up here that it's 100% finished and that, your test is done, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and stop the test right now because it's gonna tell me any minute, no blood detected. So in order to stop the test, I'm gonna press the stop button right here in the middle. And it asks me, stop current test. The nice thing about this machine is that it prompts you every step of the way. If you ever forget where you are, it's going to ask you a question. So I'm gonna say stop current test, okay. And then it comes up with test number 62, okay. And then it says saving data, screen will blank. So it blanks for about a minute. And and then it's telling me to remove the cartridge. Please remove cartridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cartridge. Now it's telling me, please close cartridge door. I'm gonna close the cartridge door. And there is our test. So at that point, you are ready to download the results. And as I explained, like I'm gonna go to my file button, I'm gonna go to yesterday's test. Here's yesterday's test, but we're gonna pretend it was today's test. Here is your thumb drive. You stick your thumb drive into the port over here. And there is a thumb drive button right here. You go ahead, you press the thumb drive and it says, please insert USB stick, file export in progress, do not unplug USB stick. File export complete, okay. You go to your computer, you plug it in, it gives you the wine glass cascade, sure. It gives you the wine glass cascade and it gives you the numeric parameters of what your animal should be doing and what your animal actually is doing. And then it gives you the patient information.
Okay. Go into the folder.
Sure.
Which I guess doesn't matter, but.
Yeah.
So which one?
There's some different file types there. it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
There's,
we said.
yeah,
Which
so
one?
why don't you go into the first one?
It's a tiny 36 kilobyte file. That's a big file.
All right, go into the next one. No, okay.
Is this what, maybe that's the photo? Okay.
So,
You guys ran a couple yesterday.
yes, mm-hmm.
Okay. That
Yes.
is our image,
Mhm.
okay, so
Yep.
that can get
Mhm.
uploaded. Is, what it pulls into the Excel file is still just the same information, right?
Yes.
So this is all we need,
Yes.
gives us all our
Mhm.
results.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm, gives
Okay.
you your patient name.
Mhm.
Are we gonna put
All
that in
the
these?
numbers. Attach it into the photo. Yeah.
So as I said, that is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is screenshotting it and attaching it.
Yeah.
And I heard people talking about that on your iPad or whatever it is
Mhm.
yesterday, I don't know.
Yeah, that might be nice,
Yeah,
yeah, if they just
I
screenshot it
am
directly.
not technically savvy, so
That is okay.
I am not really great at this. So that's how you run a test. Any questions on how to run a test?
No. What are some of the common errors we may come across other than not enough sample?
Honestly, I get two calls always. And the only calls I get are that they threw away their system check cartridge, which is what I'm gonna show you how to run next, or they threw away their transit cartridge.
Okay.
So those are my two big questions.
Okay.
If anything else happens, usually like the machine is over 5 years old and it's just ready for a new machine.
Okay.
So other than that, like I really don't run into any errors.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm gonna lie, that's a lie. The other question is, when people decide not to do a clean stick from the vein and they go to a catheter or something that has got heparin or something like that, and then they get a flat line
Okay.
on the VCM, and usually it's because heparin is involved.
So you cannot use any
No.
other samples.
No,
It has to only
be whole blood. It has to be whole blood.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so regarding maintenance on the machine,
Question?
yes,
Rachel has a-
yes.
For drawing your sample, are you allowed to use scrub or alcohol or anything
Alcohol.
like that? Just
Alcohol.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so this is your system check cartridge. It is reusable. It's got a expiration date here. It is run exactly the same way. I'm gonna press play and it's asking me what I'm doing. I'm gonna do a system check cartridge and I'm gonna press OK. It's gonna tell me, please insert cartridge. You insert the cartridge. It takes 1 minute for the system check cartridge to run. And I'll show you the results, which are, because I ran it yesterday. System check right here at 125, okay. There are 2 red lines and 1 green line. As long as the green line is between the 2 red lines, you pass. It might move up, it might move down, but as long as you're between those 2 red lines, you pass. Okay, so, and then you give it an immediate pass or fail. So what the system check cartridge does is it calibrates the motors at the end. It should be run once a day, assuming you're doing a VCM that day. If you do 5 VCMs that day, you still only have to run the system check cartridge once. And if you ever wonder if somebody has run it, you just go into your file button right there, and it's gonna give you the last 500 results.
Look and see when the last
What does
system
the
check
label
was.
and the result look like when it's the test cartridge?
Just system check.
It just says system check. Okay.
Yeah, right there,
Wanna
system
make sure
check.
that one's done that day, okay?
Yeah, so you can tell yesterday, so it hasn't been run today, so I will run it. Anytime I get lost in this whole process, I always go back to my home button. So just go to my home button, there we go, okay? So the last thing that I need to tell you and show you how to do is to go into your settings button, your settings. And what you do there is you change the VCM is set for canine. If you're running a feline, you need to manually change the values here. So the way to do that is to go into your system, into your settings button. When you go into your settings button, it's gonna ask you for a passcode. The passcode is 1234 for every VCM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter. And then it's gonna give me the option to change the date and time, device setup, user access, QC reminders, reference ranges, or units. So I want to change, I'm gonna run a feline, so I wanna change all of these numeric values to feline. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and press on the clock time. The clock time for a dog is 2:41 and 4:70. I'm gonna do feline, so I'm gonna go to the clock time lower, which is 2:33, enter. I'm gonna go to the clock time upper, which is 4:06. Okay, I'm gonna go to the clock formation time, which is 63 and 290. So looks like 263 and 290 is already on there. It was never changed back yesterday. Okay. Let's see. Alpha is 43 and 64. I'm going to go to 35 and 71. And all the way down. And after the test is done, you have to go back in and you have to change it to K9 again.
So there's no like automatic
No,
reset back to
there is no automatic reset, yes. If you are running a test and then you remember, oh shoot, I forgot to change it, you can access your settings, your file button, everything while the test is running. You can see what happened 3 weeks ago while the test is running.
So if you go and change it while it's running,
Yeah,
it'll be correct at the
yes.
end.
No matter what, if you forget to change it altogether, your wine glass cascade is going to be accurate, your parameters are not.
How do you get back to the test that's currently running if you went to edit those logs?
So if you go to edit if you go into your file button while a test is running, and you go to yesterday's test, like this, oops, sorry. You're at yesterday's test. If you want to get back to today's test that's running right this second,
Right,
go to your home button
okay.
and go to your start button.
It won't start over, it'll just be on that.
It'll just be right
It won't show
on
that
your
screen,
test.
It'll just be on the
It'll
test.
be on the test,
Okay.
exactly.
I noticed there wasn't another final save button or anything. When you put each of those parameters in, you hit the check mark,
Yep.
and then there was just a home button on that one
Exactly.
screen right there.
Mhm.
And you'd go back to the home screen and click the play, and you'd be back on the one you're running.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you ever get lost, just go to your home button.
Okay.
So everything that I just taught you guys, I mean, I think I said this, I get lost, but everything I just taught you is right here on this step-by-step instructions. Super simple. And another thing is everything I learned is in this manual. I love this manual, and I'm not an operator's manual girl. So I learned everything right here. It's just like, boom, okay, I get it.
Where are we gonna store those?
They are going to be stored right there above the machine.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And it would be well to just read it quick before they're in the test and make sure we've run.
If we happen to misplace one of those, can we just contact you for another one? The manuals.
Oh, yeah, you know what? How about I just email you a PDF
That's perfect.
of both of them?
Yeah.
Okay,
lovely.
yeah,
Yes.
okay, yes,
Yes.
all right.
Other than the test we run every day, is there any other maintenance that needs to be done? Any machine cleaning or anything like that?
No.
Perfect.
It does give you an option for quality control tests. If you decide to do a quality control test, then you can order them through us. It's basically, imitation fake blood. And it's going, if you feel like your machine, there's something wrong with it,
Like
if
getting
it's,
weird results
yeah, it's
or
getting
something.
weird results and
Okay.
you shouldn't be, then you can order QCs. Of all of my 400 clients, about 3 of them do it in their educational facilities.
Okay, cool.
So, but it's 100% up to you. If you want to do QCs, order them up and I'll walk you through it.
Any other questions? Seems very nice and straightforward.
It is. It's super simple.
I feel like we'll like it more than the epoch.
Yeah.